Do you ever feel like you can't explain your problems in English without sounding like you're complaining? Like everything comes out too dramatic, or too heavy, or just wrong?
Today we fix that. Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Better English, the podcast that helps you speak real, natural English for daily life. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sara. And oh my goodness, we are so happy you're here today because this one is personal for both of us.
It really is. Because honestly, talking about your problems in English is something that trips up even intermediate learners, people who already know a lot of grammar and vocabulary.
Right. You know the words. But somehow, when something is bothering you, when you're stressed or tired or things just aren't going well, it's hard to say it in English without sounding either dramatic
Or like you're whining. Whining means complaining in a childish, annoying way, which is the last thing you want.
Exactly. So today, Adam and I are going to show you the natural, honest, adult way to talk about your problems in English.
We have real conversations, useful phrases, a listening challenge, and a common mistakes section that I think is going to surprise you.
So, if you're ready, let's get into it. So, Adam, how are you doing? You seem a little quieter than usual today.
Ha! Am I that obvious? Yeah? It's been a week, to be honest. Work has been pretty full on. Full on means very intense and busy, and I haven't been sleeping great.
Oh no. How come?
I've just had a lot on my mind. There's this project at work that's taking much longer than I expected, and I keep thinking about it even when I'm at home.
I know that feeling. Your brain just won't switch off.
Exactly. It's like I'm sitting on my couch in Portland, watching TV, and part of my brain is still in a meeting room.
That's exhausting. But honestly, I've had a similar kind of week.
Really? You always seem so put together. Put together means calm, organized, like you have everything under control.
Ha! That is very kind of you. But no, this week has been a lot. I've been feeling a little overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means you have so much going on that it's hard to cope.
What's been going on?
Honestly, it's just everything at once. Work deadlines, trying to stay healthy, keeping up with friends. I've been spreading myself too thin.
Spreading yourself too thin, that's a great phrase, actually. It means trying to do too many things and not having enough energy for all of them.
Exactly. Like trying to spread a tiny bit of butter across a really big piece of toast. Nothing gets covered properly.
That is such a good image.
Right? Anyway, I've been trying to take it one day at a time, not thinking about the whole week, just what do I need to do today?
That is honestly such a healthy mindset. I should try that.
It helps. I won't say it fixes everything, but it makes the day feel more manageable. Manageable means possible to handle without feeling overwhelmed.
Okay, so both of us have had a tough week. But notice how we just talked about it. Did you hear us complain?
Not really, right? We talked about real difficulties, but we didn't say everything is terrible or my life is so hard. We just described what was going on.
That's the skill we're building today. Let's go deeper.
Okay, let's do a role play. Adam, you mentioned your project. Tell me more. Pretend I'm your friend and you're venting to me over coffee.
Venting, that means expressing your frustration to someone you trust. Okay, so things at work have been a little tense lately. Tense means there's an uncomfortable atmosphere, like something might go wrong.
Tense? How? Like the workload? Or the people?
Both, honestly. But mainly, I've been having a hard time with one of my colleagues. We're both working on the same project, and we just don't see things the same way.
Ah, a clash of working styles.
Exactly. He's very detail-focused, like he wants to check every tiny thing 5 times. And I'm more big picture. I want to move fast and fix problems as they come.
I can see how that would create friction. Friction means tension or conflict between people.
It's been creating a lot of friction. Yeah. And it's starting to affect my work. I find it hard to concentrate when there's this awkward energy between us.
That sounds really draining. Draining means it takes a lot of your energy, like water going down a drain.
It is. And the worst part is I don't know how to bring it up with him. I'm a bit nervous about having that conversation.
Bring it up means to start talking about a topic, so you haven't said anything to him yet?
Not directly, no. I'm trying to figure out the right approach. I don't want to make things worse.
That makes a lot of sense. It's a tricky situation. Tricky means difficult and delicate, requiring careful handling.
Yeah, I think I just need to find the right moment and have a calm, professional conversation.
That's actually the mature way to handle it. And you know what? The fact that you're thinking about how to approach it, rather than just exploding or ignoring it, that's already a good sign.
Huh. Thanks. I needed to hear that.
You'll be okay. Now, listeners, let's break down the key phrases Adam just used.
Okay, Sara, your turn. You mentioned feeling overwhelmed earlier. Tell me what's really going on. And don't hold back.
Don't hold back means don't hide your feelings, be honest. Okay, so I've been feeling a little out of balance lately. Like on paper, my life is fine. I have a job I like, a nice apartment in Vancouver, great friends. But inside, Inside, I feel like I'm just running from one thing to the next. I never really stop.
Yeah, that's a really common feeling, actually. Especially for people who care a lot about doing things well.
That's exactly it. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And lately, I feel like I'm doing a lot of things, but not doing any of them really well. Does that make sense?
Completely. It sounds like you're running on empty. Running on empty means you have no energy left, like a car with no fuel.
Yes, that's the perfect phrase. Running on empty. That's exactly how I feel.
So, what's been weighing on you the most? Weighing on you means something that sits on your mind and makes you feel heavy or stressed.
Honestly, I think it's the lack of time for myself. Every day I wake up, I check my phone, I start working, I deal with things, and by the time I finally have a moment, I'm too tired to enjoy it.
That's so relatable. Relatable means many people feel the same way and understand your experience.
And the worst part is I feel a little guilty saying any of this. Like, I don't want to complain. I know I'm lucky. There are people dealing with much harder things.
Okay, can I stop you there for a second?
Sir.
What you just said, I don't want to complain. I know I'm lucky that's not complaining. That's self-awareness. Complaining is when you keep repeating the same problem without looking for any solution. What you're doing is acknowledging how you feel. That's healthy.
Wow, that actually means a lot.
And you know what? A lot of the people watching this right now, they're learning English while working full-time. Maybe raising kids. Dealing with real life. That is not easy. And we see you.
We really do. And if you're having a tough time, it's okay to say so. You don't have to pretend everything is perfect.
You just have to say it in the right way, which is what we're teaching you today.
Okay, so let's talk about the difference. The big difference between complaining and expressing.
So, Sara, I've been meaning to ask how's that new morning routine going? The one where you wake up early and exercise before work?
Oh, honestly, it's been a bit of a struggle. I had this great plan alarm at 6 a.m., quick workout, healthy breakfast, feel amazing. But the reality has been different.
Different how?
Well, I've been having a really hard time sleeping lately. I fall asleep fine, but I wake up at like 3 a.m. and my brain just won't switch off.
Ugh, that's the worst. What are you thinking about at 3 a.m.?
Everything and nothing. Work stuff. Did I reply to that email? What's happening tomorrow? What's happening next month? It's exhausting.
It sounds like you have a lot on your mind.
I do. And the thing is, I feel a little guilty about it because objectively, things are okay. I have a good life, but I've been feeling pretty worn out, and I can't always explain why.
You know, I went through something really similar about 2 months ago. I was dealing with a really demanding project, and it was starting to affect everything, my sleep, my focus, even my mood.
How did you get through it?
Honestly, the biggest thing was just talking about it. I kept it inside for too long, and one evening my friend called me from Seattle, and she just asked how I was doing, and I actually told her. Not fine, not busy, but really told her.
And that helped?
More than I expected. Just saying it out loud made it feel more manageable. Less like this big scary thing I was carrying alone.
That's so true. I think when a problem is only inside your head, it gets bigger. When you say it, it gets smaller.
Exactly. Okay, and I also started taking these short walks after dinner. Just 20 minutes. No phone, no podcast, just walking through the park near my apartment.
I love that. I've been trying to do something similar, actually. I've been reading before bed instead of scrolling on my phone.
Is it helping?
A little bit, yeah. I'm still feeling a bit spread thin, but I feel like I'm making progress. I'm trying to take it one day at a time.
Small changes make a big difference. You're already doing the right thing.
Thanks, Adam. Just talking to you about it, I already feel a bit lighter.
That's the power of speaking your problems out loud, in any language.
Okay, mistake number 1. Using the word problem in every single sentence.
We hear this a lot. Learners say, I have a problem with my work. The problem is, I am tired. This problem is making me stressed. It is a big problem.
The word problem is not wrong, but repeating it over and over sounds unnatural and heavy. In real English, we spread it out. We use different words.
Instead, say, things have been a little difficult at work lately. I've been pretty tired, and it's starting to affect my mood.
See? Same meaning, but much more natural. We used difficult, tired, affect my mood instead of problem 3 times.
Mistake number 2, being too dramatic.
Oh, yes. This one is common, and it usually comes from direct translation.
Learners sometimes say, my life is terrible. Everything is always wrong. I am very, very sad all the time.
In English, especially in casual conversation, this level of drama is unusual. It makes people uncomfortable. They don't know how to respond.
The natural version. Things haven't been great lately, to be honest. I've been going through a bit of a rough patch. A rough patch means a difficult period that will pass.
Much softer. Much more natural. Mistake number 3. Direct translation that doesn't work in English.
Every language has its own way of expressing difficulty. Sometimes when you translate directly, it sounds strange.
For example, some learners say, I am broken from tiredness. That's a beautiful expression in some languages. But in English, we say, I'm exhausted or I'm absolutely drained or, and this is my favorite, I'm running on empty.
Like a car that's out of gas, no fuel left. Great image.
The lesson, don't translate word for word. Learn the English image for the feeling.
Mistake number 4, wrong tense for current problems.
This is a grammar one, but it's important. Many learners say, I am stressed for 2 weeks, or I worked too hard since Monday.
The correct form is, I've been stressed for 2 weeks. I've been working too hard since Monday. This is the present perfect continuous tense.
The rule is simple. If a problem or situation started in the past and is still happening now, use I've been plus verbing.
I've been feeling overwhelmed. I've been having trouble sleeping. I've been dealing with a lot lately.
Mistake number 5. Focusing on the problem, not on what you're doing.
Some learners say, I have no solution. I don't know what to do. There is nothing I can do. I.
This sounds helpless, and it shuts down the conversation. The person you're talking to doesn't know how to help you.
Instead, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm working on it. Or, I'm still trying to find the right approach. Or, I don't have all the answers yet, but I'm taking it one step at a time.
This sounds mature, proactive. Proactive means taking action before being asked, being ahead of the problem, and it keeps the conversation open.
And mistake number 6, my personal favorite. Saying I'm fine when you are absolutely not fine.
Yes. In English-speaking cultures, especially in North America, I'm fine is often a polite way of saying, I don't want to talk about it.
And sometimes people use it even with close friends, because they feel like they don't want to burden others. To burden someone means to put your problems on them, to make them feel responsible.
But here's the thing, real friends want to know how you are. And you can be honest without being heavy.
If someone you trust asks how you are, try, honestly, I've been a bit off lately. Off means not feeling like your normal self. But I'm okay. Or, it's been a tough week. Not gonna lie, but I'm managing.
Not gonna lie is very casual. It means to be honest with you.
Exactly. These phrases are honest, natural, and they open the door for real conversation. Okay, we are coming to the end of today's episode. And what an episode it has been!
Seriously, we covered so much. Let's do a quick recap. Recap means summary.
Section 1. We started with the big question. Why is it hard to talk about problems in English without sounding like you're complaining?
Section 2. We had a warm-up conversation about our weeks and pulled out natural everyday phrases.
Section 3. We role-played a work situation and learned phrases like, I've been having a hard time with, and I'm trying to figure out the right approach.
Section 4. We went personal and we talked about the most important thing, the difference between complaining and honest expression.
Section 5. The listening challenge. How many phrases did you catch? Tell us in the comments.
And Section 6. We fixed 6 common mistakes that make your English sound unnatural when you're talking about problems.
Now your homework. And this week, we're making it 2 levels, because our listeners are at different stages.
Level A2. Write 1 sentence in the comments about something that was a little challenging for you this week. Use a phrase from today.
For example, I've been having a hard time sleeping this week. Or, things have been a little busy lately, but I'm managing.
Level B1. Write 3 sentences. What happened, how you felt, and what you're doing about it. Like, work has been pretty stressful this week. I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed and spread thin, but I'm trying to take it one day at a time.
We read every single comment, every one, and we love watching your progress.
If today's episode helped you, please share it with one person who is also learning English. That is the best gift you can give us, and it costs you nothing.
Subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss a new episode. New content every week.
And remember, every time you open your mouth and try, you're improving, even if it doesn't feel like it, even on the hard days.
Keep going, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.